Hey everybody, welcome to Projection Mapping Basics. Today we're talking about sound. What we're going to cover today are speakers, placement, FM transmitter, neighbors. Those are the things we're going to cover. Let's start off with speakers. Here's a picture of the speaker that I have. It is nothing special, I'll tell you what, but it does its job. You're not looking to blow everybody away, you're just giving them a hint of the sound. So why do you need a speaker? Well, if you get that speaker close to your viewing spot, that means that you have lower volumes and happier neighbors that don't have to hear that same song over and over again. It could be their favorite song, but it won't be after the 100 times that you play it a night. It allows people to park and then walk up to view. They don't have to sit in their cars and tune to a station. They can come over there or out and listen. This allows for parking off the street, not blocking, and it also allows for more people to kind of fit into a smaller space. And it's awesome for trick-or-treating. I couldn't imagine being, having trick-or-treaters come up and be like, hey, jump into your car so you can listen to this. So having a speaker there is good for trick-or-treating. And once again, you don't have to go crazy with your speaker. Just a little guy will be perfect. You're getting the hint of sound out there. I know the first year I did it, I did do DJing on the side as well, because why not? And I had my full 15-inch speaker out there, and it was totally overkill. However, you could hear the thunder around the entire neighborhood, which was pretty awesome, but not sustainable. So what you need to think: what is your audio output from your projector or your media player or whatnot? Is it a headphone jack? Then just make sure your speaker accepts that. Is it RCA? Bluetooth? Could you do a Bluetooth adapter? That's a possibility that would really kind of open up some options to get them closer to your viewing spot. So these are some things to consider with your speakers. Another thing that I recommend is having something that is waterproof as well. That way you can have it closer and you don't have to worry about it. Or you can have it right on the outside of your housing and you don't have to worry about it, because even though you're going to say, I'm going to bring it in if it doesn't rain, or it's not going to rain tonight, I guarantee you it will probably have a little stray shower just to spite you. Battery power is another thing that's nice because it's one less cord to get all the way out to where you need it. So if it has a battery, that would be great. Just remember to charge it when you bring your stuff in. Placement is another good thing to have. Keep them close to your viewing area. Like I said, the closer to the people, the lower the volume. The lower the volume, the happier the neighbors. Watch your wiring. If you have to run wires out to it, you want to make sure that they're covered, because you're always going to get that random 2-year-old or 13-year-old, because they're, I guess, equally as crazy there, and that are just going to run out into your display. So really watch the wiring. If you can get it battery powered and Bluetooth, that's even better because there's no wires there. Power. Are you going to be able to get power out to it? And do you have too many things on your receptacle? Just, thinking about that. Theft. You want to make sure that you have it close to them, but not so accessible that they can just, pick it up and walk away if you have a light crowd there. So keep an eye on your placement as far as theft. Hide it behind a tombstone. Hide it behind a rock or a ledge, or just have it a little farther, not right at the sidewalk, but 5 feet in. So it just makes it kind of awkward and uncomfortable for somebody to get in. But just keep that in mind. And just like I said, decorative. Make it part of your scene, so that way it's there, but not easily seen. FM transmitter. I do recommend this, especially for the people who live in the colder climates. And I'm thinking the winter holidays. Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, Thanksgiving, whatever else you put shows up for when it's colder. Keep the people in the car. It keeps them moving. So use an FM transmitter. There's no external noise to your neighbors, which is a strong plus. If you have cranky neighbors, that will help. It keeps the people in their cars, which also helps keep them out of your display area, which is nice, and their noise as well, even though they usually put the windows down and yell at the top of their lungs in their cars for whatever reason. And if you're one of the people who do that, why? Just don't do that. All right, but cold weather, okay? So cold weather is another thing just to keep in mind, because it keeps people in, their windows up, so that way they can just kind of chill and listen in. Here are some popular models. The SignStack ST05B. I use this one, the Whole House FM Transmitter V3, and it definitely does its job. And this Aprot 2 CZE73, that's another one that has had really good ratings. And I'm sure some other people would be kind and throw their models into the comments, whether it's something that they're like, this one's awesome, or stay away from this hunk of junk. Throw that in the comments and help your fellow projection mappers out. Sound, neighbors. It's an obvious connection here. Neighbors will make or break your show, guaranteed. Okay, they will either love it and ask everybody to come, have viewing parties. My one neighbor across the street, she literally sits in her doorway and just watches my show. It's hilarious because it will just be on loop and she'll just watch it. She loves it. And it's awesome because I know that it's really good for the neighborhood and they're receiving it. However, if I get a stray neighbor in next door to me that doesn't like the traffic, doesn't like the sounds, then they're going to be calling the cops or just making my life miserable for the other all the other months of the year. So try to keep your neighbors happy and be respectful. The two main issues I have found with neighbors is the noise, which goes along with the sound. So take my recommendations to really avoid the problems with noise. And traffic is another one. And I have even noticed that the traffic has really been starting to become an issue in my little loop as well. So that's something that I'm going to have to address, as far as maybe breaking up the timing a little different, or only doing certain nights, or having a period in between my shows instead of doing like two scenes, just doing one, get them in, get them out. So noise and traffic are the big things with your neighbors. So here we are at the end. Throw some comments in there, not only for me but everybody else. If you have something that I missed, please put it in there. I'm happy to share it, and if it's completely wrong, I'll just delete it. Just joking. But hit me up in the comments. If you're a little shy, send me an email. Okay, my email's in the description. One-on-one meetings are available if you just want a personal talking to. Facebook groups are amazing. Holiday projection mapping, that is the go-to for projection mapping. And Atmos Effects Decorating Community, that's another great Facebook group where there's a ton of people. However, just keep in mind, that's Atmos Effects in general, not just projection mapping. So you're going to get a lot of other things when you go to that group. So thank you for making it to the very end of this video. I hope this has been informative. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, reach out, and good luck projection mapping. I hope you have an awesome show.